I think two things really. Getting familiar with His Word regularly, and then just the experiences I've had with Him coping with trials in my life.
I think the thing that really helped me most in getting to know God better was when I switched from a point of just giving God like my intellectual consent to giving Him the intellectual throne in my life and really making my entire worldview and everything about Him and going through that lens of God and of Christianity.
I think the experience that has helped assist me in life has always been God's working power through His Holy Spirit into the Word of the Lord and through His people, and drawing me closer to Christ, and them just being obedient to the Lord, and through that experience has brought me closer to God.
I think it's really interesting because the passage of time does bring a certain maturity to that relationship, but there's also a kind of renewing newness that I know that it's something that I know if I don't feel that continuing wonder and that newness, that I know I'm probably doing something wrong and I need to step it up and see what I'm doing to make that better.
I think people wait and think that they can just use the Bible as a tool, kind of like going and getting a hammer to fix a problem, where you really need to be in it and understand principles in it over a long period of time to really have the wherewithal to handle complicated problems.
I think sometimes people want to be a super strong Christian real fast, and when they fall, they have a hard time getting back up because they hold themselves to such a high standard. I think that if we can walk in the grace and mercy of Jesus, then we can understand that this is a lifelong process that we will take through our whole lives and into the hereafter.
I think that people tend to think that they can grow themselves up, and that they can move themselves closer to God. And I think that the Bible is clear that He causes the growth, and He's the one that draws us into relationship.
A few resources that I really like. One is the Veritas Forum, which you can find on a YouTube channel or on their website. A few books that I like a lot are Cold Case Christianity by J. Warner Wallace and Surprised by Joy by C.S. Lewis are some of my favorites.
I don't have very many books or resources, but I do have a word that I use for the year. And this year my word is thrive, which is kind of like, it's not just growing, it's thriving. And because of that word, God has brought resources into my life.
Not to get discouraged, not to quit, and not to expect that God's just gonna shine on you all the time because you're a Christian. You're gonna have hardships and troubles and problems, and that but God's able to carry you through all of them, and thank God for His mercy that we can stay connected through Christ and His blood on the tree, that Jesus is carrying us into everlasting life.
I just have to say, get in the Word faithfully. I want to take young people and I really want to shake them and say, if you want to have the wisdom to know how to raise your kids well, and you want to have the wisdom to do life graciously and love the Lord faithfully, get in His Word daily.